Hey Miguel, I'm Clarissa.
And I'm Grace.
And we're so excited to have you for our project.
When we found out that your dream was to be a football player, we were so excited.
We love football. I have a friend who works at the Cardinals and we knew we had to get you a ball signed.
And we needed to make you an awesome stand for it.
So here's how we did it.
Good evening and welcome. My name's Jeff Curran. I'm here with my colleague Trent Gestring.
Glad to be here, Jeff.
Glad to have you here. We're opening today with the planning step of this Frame a Dream project, which is the most lengthy and important step of the whole process. A lot of thought had to go into this portion of the project, and once this was done, the building could begin.
Then, Jeff, we move into another step, sanding. Sanding will prevent any unnecessary roughness.
Now notice that the wood chose for this project varies in species and colors, Trent. This was done on purpose to symbolize the team as a whole. There are different types of people who come together to make a team so successful, and I believe that this point was well made when these types of wood were chosen.
And notice, Jeff, the technique with the grain on the sanding style here, that's top 5 sanding style.
Oh, definitely, Trent. Now here's a shot of the training facility, and here's one of the players putting in some work making those precise measurements. It's vital that the measurements were marked exactly so that as we go into the cutting phase, things stay organized.
Super organized, Jeff.
Oh, super.
Now, on the drill press. The drill press is extremely important to the training process. Look at the concentration as those guards get all lined up. The clamps are getting screwed in here, Jeff. You see that?
I can definitely see what you're talking about here, Trent. She's really doing the most as far as those preparations go.
Yeah, we have it circled on the screen here for the viewers at home. We see how the technique using a clamp to hold on the block allows for little error, and the cutting process takes place with ease, Jeff.
You know, I really have not seen a clamping technique like this since Brett Favre.
Notice her technique here, drilling it into the wood, not too far, allowing the shavings to leave. Perfect technique for a clean cut. Gives it a quick brush, and oh, look at that handoff, clean.
As we move on to the next step, we're actually going to send things down to the sideline. Grace, what's going on down there?
Thank you, Jeff. Notice how she presses these two pieces of wood together. Gotta make sure that those holes line up so that the aluminum rods have a nice straight path from one to the neck.
Yeah, Grace, that's a very important component to this whole process.
The measurements of these aluminum rods needed to be accurate as well. The precision of this measurement will determine how level these blocks are going to be in the long run. It is a very vital part to the gameplay, and Grace is going to tell us why in the field to give us a play-by-play. Grace?
Thanks, Trent. So now we're down here with Patrick, one of the amazing trainers here in the wood shop. And notice how he's really taking his time, making sure these cuts are accurate, making sure these aluminum rods are all nice and even, like you mentioned, making sure the blocks can all be level with one another. It'll really help the soundness of the structure. Back up to you guys.
And that's a great job on the cutting side of things by the training staff. After being cut, the team's going to have to sand the ends of these rods down just to ensure that they can be inserted with a decent level of finesse.
Yeah, there will be little metal edges at the end of the rods. That just comes along with the cutting process here. I'm glad they have a nice attention to detail to sand them out after this process, though. Good. Alright, we're getting down to the final minutes of this game here. After the dry assembly was complete, and check that all the pieces fit together properly, the gluing has to be executed using an adhesive to keep the pieces together. And note that after one layer of epoxy has been used, you must wait for it to dry before starting on the next piece, which is what I really love about this team here. They're really knowing how to do it, step-by-step process, knowing each detail to the T. It looks nice here. So I'm going to swing it back into the Jeff here for a final game analysis. Jeff.
And it looks like that's game, folks. All the preparation elements have come together very nicely in what looks like a win for this team. I'm Jeff Curran here with Trent Gestring, signing off.
Thank you, and have a great night.